Welcome to class. The first thing I'll be cutting is the half length of our dress, which is the Dolman, and do not mind my fabric. I am working with a leftover material, and I thought of making use of it to make something beautiful like this style that we are making today. Now, the first thing I'll be doing is to get the measurements from the middle back to wherever you want it to stop on your sleeve. So mine is going to stop around this point before the elbow, and that is taken from the middle back. The measurement is taken from the middle back and it's stopping here. So for me it is 14 inches. So you can go ahead to take your measurements. In that case, it means on this point I need 28, so that because it's measured from the middle back, that means I have from the middle back to the left and from the middle back to the right hand side. All right, so to give us 28 inches. So you have to be sure you have 28 inches. I have more than, so I'll just measure. I'm working with, this is going to be the middle, so I can have 14 inches to the left and 14 inches to the right. Now, this which is folded is going to be the half length. So for me, it is 15 inches. And I have 15.5 here because of my seam allowance. Now, it means I'm going to fold like this into two to get 14 inches. Since I have 14 to the left and 14 to the right, I'll just fold into two to measure my 14 inches. Now, if you're going to be working with just the plain fabric for the half length, I'll advise you add extra 2 inches for your folding. But for me, I'll be using an Ankara fabric to turn the sleeve, just like what we have in the picture. Okay, so like I said, this folding is 14 inches, and I'll measure my 14 inches plus 0.5 for my sewing. We already have the half length of 15.5 inches. Now we're going to measure the armhole length of 8.5 inches, and the bust circumference measurement will be taken below the 8.5. Now the bust circumference measurement plus 4 divided by 4, which is same as your bust circumference divided by 4 plus 1. And that's because I will not be adding lining to my dress. If you want to add line, I don't advise you add lining anyways. So it's just the measurement plus 4 divided by 4. So for me now, it is 10 inches. And then the underbust length that I'm working with is 12.5 inches. Here is my 12.5 inches. And the bust circumference measurement is taken below that. And that is plus 4 divided by 4. And that is 9 inches. All right, I am going to connect the bust and the underbust measurements. This is the half length. Now, here on the sleeve, you're going to work with your round sleeve measurements. And for me, I am working with 11 inches. I am fine. And if you still want something wider than that, you can go ahead, take your measurements and measure it out. Now, the 11 inches means divided by 2 will give us 5.5 inches. Here is my 5.5 inches, but remember we'll have 1 inch for our shoulder slant. That will make it 6.5 inches. And of course, we need our sewing allowance, and that will make it 7.5 inches. Now, here is my 7.5 inches. So I am going to connect from here to the bust and then down to the base. So we are going to cut. Now, taking the neckline, you can go ahead with whatever neckline of your choice. For me, I'll be taking a round neck, both front and back, and I'll be working with 3.5 inches as the width and the depth of 3 inches. And in case you want a different neckline for the front and for the back, what you do is notch the middle like this, and then you notch the width, the 3.5 inches, which is the width, and then we are going to open it up like this. You open it up, then you fold, and fold, so that what we have here is now the front at the top and the back. Now we have the front and we have the back. That's in case you want a different neck design for the front and for the back, like me. All right, still with our 3.5 inches as the width and the front depth of 3 inches, and then we connect a round shape. We are cutting the front only, and for the back, it's going to start from the notched parts. I'll be taking just 1 inch, and of course we connect so that now we have the front neckline and that's of the back. All right, now if you want to go ahead with the shoulder slant of 1 inch, that means we have taken our 1 inch and then you connect to the neckline a slant shape and cut. And if you don't want to slant, you can just take your 1 inch away from the measurement. So I intentionally add that just in case you would like to slant the shoulder. With or without the shoulder slant, you still have your dress. All right, so let's move to the base. Now to the base of our dress. Here I have my Ankara fabric, which is 2 yards, and I have no choice, of course, because of the length of the Ankara. What I'll just do is fold into 2 like this. Now I am going to take the measurements of what I have here, and that is 22.5 inches. 22.5. Now I am going to fold again, which means we've folded horizontally and vertically. Now because the measurements that we have here is 22.5, we are going to have a longer measurements and now, and the longer measurements now has to do with your choice. You can make it longer by 5 inches, it can be longer by 6, it can be longer by 8 inches, but for me I'll make it longer by 6 inches. So since we have 22.5, we are going to have 28.5 inches here. All right, now it means we are folding like more like a full fillet. All right, like a full fillet, or this way. Now it is more like a double fillet. If I fold it again, giving me a triangular shape, it means I'm folding a full fillet. It means I'm folding a full fillet. But if I am going like this, which is folded into 4, it means I'm folding a double fillet. Now, in case you still have issues with how to cut your fillet, I have a tutorial on how to cut different types of fillet from 90 degree, 180, 360, 1440 limits. It's really going to help you. So you can check how to cut different types of fillet. Now, working with my double fillet, since the underbust circumference measurement is where we're attaching it to, and the measurement is 28 inches, so that will give us 7 inches divided by 4. 7 inches for 4 and 4. So let us confirm our 7 inches like this. All right, I am cutting. And we are just going to cut straight. All right, having done that, the next thing we're going to do is, I told us that I'll be using the Ankara fabric to turn, and here is my fabric. So all you just need to do is place your Ankara. You can double it if you're using the Ankara fabric as well. So you just double it so that you cut exactly what you have on the sleeve in order to use it to turn it from the inside to the front of the fabric. So having done that, we are going to start by joining. We're going to join the sides just like this, and then we will attach the base of our dress. So I'll go and join that, then I'll show us the result afterwards. And of course, the neckline, you can either use the same material to turn it, or you use your bias binding to turn from the outside to the inside. I think in my next tutorial I'll be showing us how to hem. All right, so I'll go and do that, then I'll come back to show us what's next. Well, we have come to the final scene of our dress. Okay, so like I told us, I have done all the joining from the sides for the half length. I also turned with bias. You can use the same fabric, and here is the base, and this is what it's going to turn out to be. So you can go ahead and make yours. Don't forget to tag at Kharis Kreations so I can see the style. And if this is your first time, remember to click the subscribe button, click the bell as well. You need to get notification each time I upload new videos. So till I see you next class, bye.